Okay, really not feeling too good. Hit with a cold last few days. It is Friday, May 30th, 2025, last day of May. Um, Demo account, paper trading account here on TradingView, practicing. Haven't looked at the markets in the last couple of days, had some other things going on. Simulating my prop account, and currently I am in a drawdown of $710. The goal is to bring this account balance to 103. And if this single contract trade reaches up to here, which is the consequent encroachment of the first presentation fair value gap from this morning, it's also about two standard deviations of the opening range of the afternoon session. I'm taking the trade off of the upper end of the afternoon first presented fair value gap. I took a trade. I entered a little too early, got stopped out for minus 250. I risk 250 on each single contract trade. And then I waited. We had some consolidation here, entered again. So on the big picture, we have a big pull down here of the market. So this is kind of a counter trend trade, if you will. Currently have a stop at break even, a couple of points below or in front of the entry. So if it does race back, this is a no risk trade at this point. And I'll highlight the entries right here, the executions. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see the errors of my ways. So yeah, as price came down, I had a limit order and it promptly stopped me out on the next candle because the 250 risk. It swept all the way down below and then came back through. Entered again here a little too early. A better entry would have been the consequent encroachment of the gap. But regardless, it's going the direction that I expect, or that my narrative or my bias or the story I'm telling myself is. So so far it's playing out. I could be wrong. I'm gonna hide those. And I'm gonna pause the recording. I'll come back with later with the outcome. We'll see where this ends up. So I'll talk to y'all in a bit here. Okay, panned out a little bit of the bigger picture here. You can see 9:30 is over here. Here's your first presented gap. End of day right here, 4 p.m. market close. Afternoon session beginning at 1:30 p.m. Afternoon, first presented gap here. The big orange one, that's a daily gap from a long time ago. So far the trade's moving in my favor. I got to step away for half a moment, but I do have this alert set. Crossing up, I'll probably increase my, move the stop up a little bit. Ultimately, I would like to see, price reach for this double top right here. It's relative equal highs. Well, not relative equal highs, they're exact equal highs. Well, okay, relative. I think one's one handle lower than the other, but regardless, 21,421 is what I'd love to see this spike up to today. Take that out. It looks like we've done enough damage down below here. But who knows? We could continue to go lower and do more damage. And this could easily turn around, drop rapidly, and knock me out. And that's it. Okay, well, there's that alert. We just had a sudden spike. I don't know what that was about. Um, maybe it was a news alert. Let me see if there's a breaking news somewhere. Don't see anything on Forex Factory. Let's see, breaking news. Let's see if there's something here. 19, so important. We're happy with the court decision yesterday. Bad news. Okay, what is this? Refresh this. 19 Shell so important. We're happy with the court decision yesterday. Bad news. Okay, what is this? 19 Shell so important. We're happy with the court decision yesterday. Bad news. Okay, what is this? 19 Shell so important. We're happy with the court decision yesterday. Bad news. Okay, what is this? 6 hours ago. Something just happened. Well, it's whatever happened, it's in my favor. Sudden spike. You know what I'm gonna do? Now this is moving rapidly in my direction, and I'm gonna be satisfied with this target being hit. I'm going to move my stop. Let's see. Get something out of this. Okay, things just got interesting. So move my stop plus 500. My drawdown is minus 710. I will pause again and I will come back and we'll see the result of this. See you in a moment. All right, so I think I found what that spike was about. There's some news here. U.S. trade deficit in goods plummets in April, pointing to a stronger second quarter GDP. So that appears to be the breaking news that caused this little spike here. I moved zoomed out to the 5 minute chart just for a little bit of clarity. I moved my break even up here to positive 720. And what that would do is if this suddenly reverses and goes against me, it would cover my drawdown and bring me back up to break even for the week. And I'm content with that. I'm completely at peace with that. I would rather that be an outcome. Actually, the outcome I want is to hit my target up here, consequent encroachment of the morning fair value gap. And it's looking good at the moment, but at any second, some random tweet could come out or some weird news can come out and cause this thing to totally go the other way. But you have to be kind of agnostic to the outcome. But so far, it's looking pretty good. We'll just keep tabs on this. We'll see how long this will take. We'll see if that news does anything. Let's see if that news event will be an excuse to push price up here above that relative equal high. But I'm looking for at least a revisit to that morning gap and consequent encroachment. If it gets that, then I hit my goal for the week on a single trade. I'll be back in just a moment, but that's the current update. I cleaned up the chart a little bit, make it a little more clear, offer a little better clarity. So I'm looking at the relative equal highs left behind during that pre-market session between 7 and 9:30. Entry off of the top of the afternoon first presented gap, targeting the consequent encroachment of the AM session first presented gap. We had a bit of the news come out about the whatever it was I mentioned a moment ago. So that's helpful. My break even is plus 720. And the reason for that is only simply to cover the drawdown by the 710. And if that hits, then it's break even for the week. And if I hit my target, then that is my, on paper, passing my prop account. I'll zoom in here, afternoon session. Better clarity. No day's been put in, it appears, but the day's not over. Here's the goal, plus 25.45. And now it's just a matter of letting the trade play out. whichever way it will play out. Worst case scenario is break even. Best case scenario, I pass the prop account. Be back in a moment. Okay, so let's see if it hits. Delivers to consequent encroachment of the AM session. There it is. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it worked. Get rid of that one. Operations. Add that there as kind of a note. Okay, so the trade worked. Delivered as expected. I wanted consequent encroachment. That's where I wanted it. That's where I wanted to leave the trade, exit. Ultimately, I think it could deliver up to this level in this final hour. But at this point, I really don't care because my goal was to bring this balance to 103,000 or better. And I did it on this single trade, which included covering that $710 drawdown. So what this shows me is I do possess the skill to actually make this happen on my real prop firm account. I just need to do it there. But I'm happy with I mean I failed here to begin with, but then I re-entered and tried again, and now this could continue going higher, but at this point it doesn't matter because I got what I wanted out of the market. And that's what's important. Once you get what you want, you close it up and you leave. Hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you being along on my journey of learning and development. Appreciate your support. I'll see you all next time. Cheers.